talked about Thibodeau the last couple of years, one of the candidates. He's been a superb assistant coach in Philadelphia, Jeff for you in Houston and New York. Remember a couple of years ago when jobs were open and he didn't get it, Magic Johnson even said, if this guy's available and GMs don't hire him, they should fire the GMs. That's how good they think, or Magic certainly thinks he can be. You know better than anybody.
Yeah, he's a fine coach, but he's not just a defensive coach. He's a very good all-around coach. Player development, offense, defense, and I really do think he deserves a shot. Sometimes you're looking to win the press conference. All I know is if you hire him, you'll win more games.
Yeah, I got to give credit, piggyback that, because I've been with him a couple of times but obviously with Jeff Van Gundy, and he's an outstanding coach, a guy called Deacon, because whatever the pastor said, he said amen every single day.
Rasheed Wallace misses, and Barnes the rebound. Redick gets hit. Shot won't go. He got hit after the release, and he will shoot 3 free throws as Pierce now picks up his second foul. Pierce trying to get an explanation from Joe DeRosa. Tony Allen, who's been another spark for the Celtics, he'll quickly come in.
I couldn't tell if there was a foul there, but what I liked is Jameer Nelson throwing the ball ahead in transition versus keeping it himself.
And what I didn't like defensively, Paul Pierce defending J.J. Redick. You can't go underneath that screen. So got caught and had to go back to the body, creating the contact.
Redick was one of the great free throw shooters in the history of college basketball during his All-American career at Duke. Knocks that one down. He has become now a very good NBA player after initially struggling when he came into the league.
But, Mike, we'll give you permission to say one of the great shooters in the history of college basketball. That's safe to say.
Oh, there's no question. From three-point range, he was automatic at the line. And he knocks down the free throws there, all 3 of them.
I would say J.J. Redick at Duke, Chris Mullin at St. John's, and Jeff Van Gundy at Nassau.
I'd agree with that.
Shot clock down to 6. Rondo to Wallace. Wallace for 3. Rebound Davis. Lewis or Barnes and Howard miscommunicated. Wallace the pass, not a good one. And the Celtics turn it over for the 5th time here in the opening quarter. Nelson looks over for the play.
And I think it's simple. You have to stick with pick and rolls for Nelson, trusting him to make a play.
Foul on Tony Allen as Barnes goes to the basket. Now they're in the penalty.
Actually, they made the call on Rasheed Wallace grabbing Dwight Howard as he set the screen.
So Wallace picks up his first, my mistake, and Howard back to the line again.
But if you see what they're doing, they're starting it on one side, moving it more side to side off baseline screens tonight, which I think gets the defense of the Celtics more spread out versus just coming down and trying to post Howard on the strong side. I like that adjustment.
Hits that free throw. Well documented his free throw shooting. His career number is 60%, right around there during the regular season. He has stretches where he'll look okay from the line, and then stretches where he can't hit a thing. He works on it, though. Makes a pair there, and Orlando have scored 8 straight after falling behind by 11. Well, they only scored 14 points in the first quarter of Game 1. They've got 20 already here in Game 2, but they still trail. Knocked out of bounds. Yeah, we'll have a timeout. Pierce sitting with 2 fouls as the Celtics have a 3-point lead. A terrific Game 1. They want to take command of the series, but the Magic trying to bounce back. Game 2, Eastern Conference Finals from Orlando. Still first quarter action. The Orlando Magic's first trip to the NBA Finals with Shaq ended in a 4-game sweep at the hand of the Houston Rockets. Dwight Howard's first trip to the NBA Finals was last year's 5-game loss to the Lakers. 2 dominant centers, 2 different players in many ways, similar in others. And Howard trying to get back there again. They had to come back to beat the Celtics last year in the conference semis. They trailed 3-2. They'll have to come back in this series as well after dropping game 1.
Yeah, but give them credit, playing much better to start this ball game. You're talking about extra effort plays, help defense, active chasing down loose rebounds.
And I'll tell you who's been impressive. Matt Barnes' effort. He's more disciplined defensively tonight, and he's playing at a fever pitch offensively.
Barnes did not even want to talk about it after game 1, but he's been bothered by back spasms, but he looks nice and loose tonight. Puts up the 3, won't go. Gortat, who had good minutes in game 1, on the follow. Marcin Gortat, the backup center, quickly contributes.
And playing the Twin Towers together, so if you're Gortat, you have to attack the offensive boards. That time taking advantage of the smaller Twin Davis.
Ray Allen, how does he make that shot?
That's great defense by J.J. Redick, but that's one of the all-time shooters, and it's all the times he spends in the gym that allows him to make shots like that.
Celtics back up by 3. That ends the 10-0 run. Redick fires away. That's a 3 to tie the game. J.J. Redick, second straight game off the bench with a spark.
I like the adjustment by Redick, realizing that they're going underneath the screen and roll. He's too good of a shooter to turn that shot down.
Redick on Allen down the other end. Howard double teaming. Tony Allen. Rondo an open look. Magic will let that happen all game as Gortat the rebound. Good tip from Redick. Coming up on a minute remaining in the first. Nelson. Barnes, the floater blocked from behind. Gortat, another offensive rebound. Redick inside to Barnes, blocked by Wallace. Redick comes up with it again. Inside, Barnes will try again. Flips it up, that won't go. Redick another rebound. Both teams battling. Oh, terrific hustle here to start game 2, and the crowd appreciative. Redick for 3. Bang! J.J. Redick with 9 points off the bench. Rondo. Allen flips it up. Tough shot, gets the bounce. Nice play from Tony Allen. Final seconds. Nelson trying to get off a shot. Just gets it off in time. Won't go. And that will end the first period. Orlando ends it on a 16-4 run. They trail by 11. Well, they've got a 1-point lead. What a difference the game makes. J.J. Redick off the bench. And Dwight Howard much more active, much more involved. Redick for the second straight game providing a spark. First quarter complete here in game 2. Magic 28, Celtics 27.
Welcome back to Orlando with Doc Rivers. Obviously a different Magic team in terms of their energy. How did you like how your guys played in that first period?
Well, I liked how we started the game out. I thought we had great energy. The turnovers, the offensive rebounds. It's really what hurt us or allowed them to get back in the first game, and they're doing it again right now.
Obviously, J.J. Redick a factor in that first period. Where is he hurting you?
Well, off the dribble, really. I mean, he's made 2 big threes, but a lot of his stuff is off the dribble. Our guys have to respect that in him.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Mike.
Well, Vince Carter got quick foul trouble. Redick came in and he produced.
And this is a great read by Redick. He relocates against a half help by Tony Allen, stepping behind the penetration instead of just staying in the corner where Tony Allen could have given the half help and still recovered. He made it a longer closeout for him and created space. And there's nobody on the Magic that's better prepared to play well than J.J. Redick. He puts the time in and he gets results.
He was a big part of the fourth quarter comeback in game 1. Had 9 points off the bench, as you saw already with 9 here in the first period. Celtics doubled their scoring output in the first quarter from game 1 where they had just 14. Howard goes at Wallace. Good aggressive move. Allen high for the rebound. The Magic, by the way, saying doubling their scoring output with 28 here in the first. Shot won't go. Howard the rebound. Jason Williams off the bench, in and out.
Very good screen by Dwight Howard to get Jason Williams open.
And really, if the guards are patient because of the solid screen, Howard can get good position.
What a beautiful pass from Ray Allen. And Rondo with 9 points. He's already outscored his total from game one. That's the beauty of the Celtics, though. They don't care who scores.